Good morning everyone. We are back home in the Netherlands. 5 months I have been traveling. Cape Town, South Africa, Bali, Indonesia, California, USA, and now we are back. Man, it feels so good and also weird. You know that feeling when you come home after a long travel and it feels like empty, but also so good to sleep in my own bed again, see my family, see my cats, my mom. Wow. The weather here in the Netherlands, the past couple months was like so warm in here. The weather is always a bit chilly, cold. I've heard there was a big heat wave in Europe. I apparently missed it because it's not the best today. But today you saw my recovery is also not the best. I arrived yesterday and I still have a jet lag. But I'm of course gonna share my recovery still. It was super bad. And we need to work on that. So the first thing we do in the morning is having a good routine. You saw my morning routine. This is basically what I do almost every morning. Wake up, go in the shower, make a nice hydration drink, get dressed, get ready for the day, read, get sunlight, and get some work in first. Now, we have an awesome day ahead because I'm gonna film a day in the life. And I say my English, and especially what I eat in a day, so you can see what I'm consuming on a daily basis, the food structure I have, and of course my workout. We have an upper body session planned. I'm so excited to finally pump some iron in my favorite gym, the gym where I started working 6 years ago as a personal trainer. That's where the journey all began for me. So it's an awesome gym. I'm gonna take you guys along with my workout, full day of eating, and I'm excited to be back home. Let's go. First, some nice breakfast. I'm gonna eat probably something like eggs. I will show you guys. Starting off with 5 boiled eggs. I think one broke. Oh my god, it's so annoying. You see that? It's the most annoying thing ever. But 5 boiled eggs. If you wonder how many eggs I eat, probably a day, 4 to 5 eggs every day. I believe eggs are the best protein and healthy fat source, especially for in the morning. It's one of the best breakfast foods you can have in the morning. So for the micronutrients, I always try to eat some veggie or fruit. Now we have a bell pepper, one of the most best nutrient foods you can get out there. So we have here the fresh sourdough bread. It's a focaccia, and then I will top this with some cottage cheese, the eggs, and veggies. Breakfast is ready, and we top it off with some nice spices. So I'm gonna get a lunch break. I'm gonna show you my meal I'm eating, and as I said, Sundays are always packed with calls for me. I have my check-in calls on Sundays, and I also had a few sales calls today with new guys. I just signed up one client, so a new guy that want to start with me. This guy came out Scotland, and so I have clients all over the world. One client even in Hawaii, I have client in Mexico, USA, Australia. So you see guys everywhere, and that's that's one of the best things I love about my job as being an online coach, that I meet guys all over the world. They start working with me within 20 weeks, they are shredded and they're feeling better, way more energy, confident, and that's the best feeling ever, helping guys achieve that. First, some lunch. I'm starving, and I think we have some rice and chicken, but let's see. I have to see the fridge. So here's my second meal of the day, and as you can see, it's not the chicken and rice what I said earlier, but my mom made this yummy stampot, and stampot is a Dutch dish. You have blended potato with vegetables, we have meatballs for the protein, and I have here some Greek yogurt with some homemade granola with some nuts and peanut butter. So guys, I'm about to work out an upper session, and I first have my pre-workout snack. And a pre-workout snack is really important. You want to eat the right foods before your workout to fuel proper, to give you that energy so you have optimal performance. I'm going to show you what I'm eating. We have here a whole grain cracker with dates, peanut butter, raw honey, and topped with sea salt. And this is one of my favorite pre-workout snacks. First we have the whole grain cracker. It's from the brand Wasa. And this has complex carbs, which means this gives me energy throughout my whole workout. Then as you can see, we have dates, and dates contains a lot of natural sugar, and this will help me top off my glycogen storage and gives me real fuel for my workout immediately. Plus I also add on some honey, and this is also a fast digestion carb source, which helps you give you fuel for your workout. Then on the walk-in cracker we have peanut butter, and peanut butter not necessarily will help me fuel my workout. I just love peanut butter, and peanut butter contains a lot of healthy fats and a bit of protein. I also add on sea salt. Sea salt contains sodium, basically an electrolyte, and it really helps me feel hydrated throughout my workout. Also helps with muscle contraction. This meal is the perfect meal for a pre-workout meal. We have arrived at the gym. For the guys wondering what car I'm driving, I'm driving a Fiat Punto, what is it? Something like that. It's my mom's car because I don't have a car. I had once a car, but my brother completely crashed it, and since I'm so much traveling lately, it not make sense to have a car for me. But it works, it drives me to the gym. That's all I need right now. So we're here, gonna get a nice upper session in. Let's go. Yes guys, my exact upper body workout I'm currently doing at the moment, and before we start the workout we have to warm up proper. I always spend 5 minutes warming up, and these are most likely stretch movements, a couple rotations to loosen up my joints, and eventually I will pump some blood in my muscles. Then once I'm warmed up, I start my warm-up sets. It's so important to do warm-up sets. I see guys jumping in their workout way too quick, and this leads to injury or not even warm enough to press enough heavy weight. So for the warm-up set, I want you to train on 25, 50, 75 and then 100%. And what I mean by this is, for example, when I have a dumbbell chest press, I have my work weight at 40 kg. So I start my warming up set. I'm not go straight away to 40, right? No, I need to warm up. So I start my warm up set with 10 kg and I do max 6 reps. I don't want fatigue, I just want to warm up. Max 6 reps, 3 to 6 reps. Then I go to 50% and that is 20 kg. Then I go to 75%, that's 30 kg, and then I go to 100. Now, this needs to be done by the 2 exercises because I train upper body. That means if I do chest, doesn't mean my back is warm. If I do back, doesn't mean my chest is warm. So I both ways I warm up and then I'm ready to start my workout. So as you can see, I do supersetting. Supersetting is what keeps my workout effective and fast. I want to be done quick and fast. I don't want to spend hours in the gym. I am done in 45 minutes to an hour. Supersetting is training back to back with the opposite muscle group. So for example, chest back, bicep, tricep, upper, lower. These are the kind of muscles you can superset, and why you superset is because you are way faster done. Normally you would wait 2 to 3 minutes on to start your next set. Now you can just continue straight away because these are opposite muscle groups and you don't have to wait 2-3 minutes. And you're far more effective because you burn more calories, you keep your heart rate high, and you're faster done. Then one thing I've learned is I stopped doing endless volume. What I mean by this is I did like 4-5 sets per exercise. I thought the more is better, and the same for the reps. Now I only do 2 hard sets per exercise, and this is all I need to really push hard and progress. You don't need too much volume, 2 hard sets, and I do in a rep range of 6 to 10 reps. I've tried many splits before and I find upper lower now working the best for me. Try different splits, try what likes, but also most important what you can maintain and stay consistent in, because most guys start a workout plan and they slack off within 2-3 weeks. You need a plan where you can stay consistent in and you can do for the whole year long. So for me it's that upper lower, and this means I train my muscle groups twice a week, 4 workouts a week, because I train super hard, but I also more time to recover, and in my recovery my muscles grow. And this leaves also more days open for cardio or other sport. Then I want you to look at the way I train. When I press or pull a movement, I have really in control over the weight. Stop ego lifting, find a weight you have control over and really use mechanical tension. You want to have good tension on the muscle, and this is what actually gives you the muscle growth. This follows in a movement by 1-2, squeeze, 1, 2, 3. For my coaching, I have an own app, and also this app I'm using myself, of course, and this is where we track all the data for the workout so we can progress over time. And my job is to get stronger every week in the exercises. Either this is in the reps, either this is in weight. Find a split that works for you in your schedule and stick to it. That's the only way you can progress over time. Stop doing different splits every week and start training with one split you actually like, enjoy doing, and you can commit to. That's the only way to progress. So, workout is done. Now we do a quick pump check. Oh, yeah. Of course, the lightning is prime. It comes from up, so it creates this shadow in the muscles, but the pump is there. A good session, good upper body session, and now we have our last meal of the day. I'm going to show you what I'm eating. Boom, boom. So, my mom made this. Thank you, Mom, again. It's a vegetarian dish. I mean, this part, of course, these are beef meatballs for the extra protein, but this is also contains a lot of carbohydrates. I always prioritize eating carbohydrates after my workout. I don't track my calories, so you guys can do the math, how many calories and what my macros are. So for my supplements, I always take omega-3, and this one is from Alaskan wild-caught fish. And then we have, of course, magnesium. I will take them right now. And creatine monohydrate. So guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna sleep. I'm super tired, but we had an amazing day, productive day, got a lot of things done, and we had an amazing workout, ate clean. So 10-10, more days like this on repeat. See you later, guys.